Hello everyone, welcome back to FPL Without Borders. I'm your host Arsalan and I'm here with FPL Gameweek 35 deadline decisions video. I'm recording this 12 hours before the deadline, so Brentford and Nottingham's games has happened. All the Europa League games have also happened today, so we'll take all of that into account. And one of the biggest announcement was that now it's confirmed that there will be no double game week 36 and there will be no blank game week 37. So all the fixtures will be pretty much regular. So that's an important one. So yeah, let's just get into it. So today's game plan basically is we'll look at the fixtures and the teams to target. I have some really nice stats on teams nothing to play for. And then the burning question. So should I sell Saka? Is Mbeumo a must-have? Should I sell Salah? Should I prepare for Haaland? And who should I captain? I'll also try to put the timestamps in the video. So if you have any specific questions, you can then jump to that. But yeah. And also, before we get in, it's a very small channel and we try to create a lot of content for you. So please, if you're here and listening, it won't hurt. Just give us a like and a subscribe. We appreciate your support. So yeah, getting into the fixture ticker, there are basically two ways to look at teams to target. And so the first way is looking at the fixture ticker, which basically takes into account the difficulty of the fixture, your opponent, home, away, attacking stats, defensive stats. Basically, it looks at your underlying data, so historical data, how that team has performed on several variables, and according to that, the fixture ticker right now says that a lot of relegated teams are playing against each other, hence they're on top of the fixture ticker. So you can see Ipswich and Leicester right on the top four. You also see Everton, which is playing Ipswich, Southampton as well, and so some really nice fixtures for relegated teams, which we don't really have players for them. So underlying data, fixture ticker, that's one way to look at it. And the second way basically is to look at your market odds. So these graphics are shared weekly by Rob T on X, and this basically takes into account what market thinks will happen in the game. Obviously, there is an element of looking at underlying data as well, but these only look at odds, which team the um, market expects to score, how many goals, etc. So according to the market odds, you can see Man City are up there because they've also some really nice games and they are one of the better teams as well. So the market expects City to score 2.4 goals this game week specifically. The last creative was for the next 4 game weeks. So looking at a more longer horizon as well. And then Brentford, Manchester United home. Everton has a nice fixture, and then yeah, you can just see that up from Everton till almost Leicester, not really Leicester. Let's say Chelsea. The odds of scoring goals, the number of goals are more or less similar. It's not that different. And then clean sheet wise, you'll see a lot of Pickfords coming into the teams. If anyways, like I don't suggest that, but like Everton has 3 or 4 really nice defensive fixtures. Like you can see like Ipswich at home, Southampton at home, and Fulham even like defensively it's not too bad. Um, Man City has the second best clean sheet odds here. So if you still don't have a Man City defender, I think it's a no-brainer to sort of go there. But that's only if you have luxury transfers. I do not recommend spending defenses unless it's maybe Guardiola because he has an upside as well and his ownership is really high. But generally speaking, I don't suggest like on defensive players because there are only 4 game weeks left, and um, yeah, I think attacking wise, there are a lot of players you can target. One really nice start here for when teams have nothing to play for, and this is basically taken from this article on Analytics FC. It was written by John McKenna. So a shout out there. And I'll briefly share the key points to take from it. So how he has defined teams have nothing to play for is basically teams with no risk of relegation or chances of European qualification in the final match of the season. And he looks at last 6 seasons data, according to which around every team plays approximately 2.2 matches per season, where they have nothing to play for. And then the insights basically were that points per game dropped from 1.3 to 1.13. Uh, Maybe not as relevant from an FPL point of view. Goal scored increased from 1.23 to 1.49 per 90 minutes. And this is like overall across all teams. Um, Even in the relegation teams, top teams throughout the table, this was sort of noticed. Like he's shared obviously a detailed analysis, so feel free to read that. But overall speaking, goals scored increases, and goals conceded also increased from 1.39 to 1.66 per 90, which basically means that overall more goals, less clean sheets is the trend. Moving on to burning questions. Number one, should I sell Saka? A couple of very nice insights here. Number one, after obviously Arsenal lost the Champions League semi-final first leg at home by 0-1. So now, if you look at their next few fixtures, they have uh, Bournemouth on May 3rd, which is in 2 days, and then they have the Champions League semi-final, in which the graphic is cut off, but it's basically on the 7th of May, which is in which is 3 days after the next game. And then after the 7th of May, it's 11th of May, they have Liverpool. So I would expect mass rotation. There is no reason for Arteta to sort of play the whole team. And then you can also see on this chart, the market now expects against Bournemouth, the odds of them winning just declined a lot after they lost the first leg because obviously this fixture congestion takes into account. So I would say it's sort of safe to sell Saka. He probably won't. He definitely I don't think won't start the Bournemouth game. And so yeah, I think only 4 weeks are left. It's fair to sort of move on because there are a lot of options. Which comes to the second burning question: is Mbeumo a must-have? On the right, you can see over the next 4 game weeks, so basically throughout the end of the season, the players with the most expected points. So you see Salah, Isak, Cunha on top, and then Marmoush, Mbeumo, KDB, Watkins, Palmer, Diaz. This is the top 10 list. Most of these players everyone already has. So Salah, Isak, everyone has, but they are and Marmoush also. Most people have. So you see Cunha, Visa, and Mbeumo left from the top five, top six, and apart from all of them, out of all of them, I think Mbeumo and Visa are a very good, very good shout, and specifically Mbeumo because he is a 90-minute man, and then he's also on penalties. And if you've seen the last few games that he's played, he's been getting in good positions. He is most likely to score, and also he's playing Manchester United at home, and United also are playing in Europa League. There is rotation expected there as well. So I would say it's safe to buy Mbeumo because of all these reasons. Plus, he is one of the top transfers in all of the engaged managers. A lot of the engaged managers will be getting him. So I personally think that Mbeumo should be you should target him. Like there's less of a reason to not go for him specifically because most people if you have Saka or Palmer, someone like that which is easy to move from, go for him. Number two. Next question. Should I sell Salah? Very briefly speaking, Salah is top of the fixture of the predicted points in the next 4 game weeks. There is an argument that they've won the league and there might be rotation, new players might get some minutes. I personally don't think that'll happen with Salah's position specifically. He's targeting the golden boot. Uh, I don't think like there is any reason to bench him. That's just my guess. Uh, Go with your gut, but I wouldn't go with. Wouldn't recommend you going against Salah, who already has like 80-90% ownership. Um, the fixtures aren't bad, and they are the best attack in the league. And the next big question, which sort of ties into the Salah conversation as well, Haaland is returning back. He is back in training, and as you can see in these pictures, he had an ACL injury, and these pictures, I mean, that ACL looks fine to me. So let's see. I would say he definitely wouldn't start against Wolves, but game week 36, Southampton. I think he is one to look out for as a differential. Uh, he's one to consider, and then all your transfers that you do today as well for game week 35, I think should take into account if you are thinking of going in that direction. You need to make budget for him. So the transfers you make this week should take that into account. I personally speaking might go for him. Next burning question, which was should I prepare for Haaland? So the next four fixtures you see Wolves, Southampton away, Bournemouth home, Fulham away. Not too bad fixtures. They're playing for the top four spot. Every game is a final for Man City, and if he is fully fit, I think Pep would play him because he is our best player. There is no doubt. So who should I captain? That's the next biggest question. I think this week the ownership or the captaincy decision would be pretty split, and I think it's pretty safe to go. It's okay to go anywhere, literally. Don't look at the ownership this week, is my recommendation, but look at who you think will score the most points. Who you think will score the most points. So if you think Salah will score the most points, go for him, Isak, Marmoush, Mbeumo, or even Vissa, or you could go a bit left field as well. But this is the week to sort of punt on it. This is in order of my recommendation. So I personally think Salah and Isak are better than Mbeumo and Marmoush. I think just having Mbeumo in the team is good enough from an ownership and safety score point of view. You don't really have to captain him. But if you think that he'll score the most points out of all the options, then go for him as your captain as well. So yeah, my bus team and game week 35 transfer decisions. So I have two free transfers left, and my transfers are pretty straightforward. So I'm doing Saka to Mbeumo. As I discussed, Saka, I think he's okay to move on from because he'll probably not play a lot of minutes. He might be back for game week 36 against Southampton. If Arsenal, yeah, and we'll decide if we need him back then and if we have the transfers. But I think he's safe to sell for the next 3 weeks. And then I'm doing Mateta to Vardy, which is a bit left field, I feel. But this, as you can tell, is because I'm planning to get Haaland in game week 36, and I'll probably do that for Marmoush. If Haaland is available, I'll do Marmoush to Haaland. If Haaland is not available, I'll use that transfer elsewhere. I don't mind owning Vardy because he's again number one. I don't recommend anyone going there. It's a punty decision. If you want to punt, he's a good option to punt on because he's playing Southampton at home, he's playing Ipswich at home. He's also it's the last four games of his Premier League career, so it's more like emotional slash punty option that I think he'll do good in the last 4 weeks. And the fixtures are also decent, and it also gives me personally budget to get to Haaland. That's my thinking. Benching decisions. I'm benching Kivior for Konza, but I'm playing Raya. Uh, Defensively, I don't expect clean sheets in either of the games, honestly. I'm going for Konza because of the little attacking threat. Kivior I expect, might get benched because of Arsenal's PSG game and how draining that game could be, and it could go to extra time as well. And Kivior is the only option. So maybe he doesn't play, maybe he does, but that doubt basically puts me off him. And then I'm benching Burn as well, which sort of doesn't feel right. But I think Guardiola, Munoz, and Konza, I personally think are better options because Brighton attack is pretty decent. I'm going with Captain Salah, Chelsea away. I might change this by the deadline, but right now I'm on Captain Salah. So I have Essence Bus team as well. You can see his team. You see his team on the right. He has Kivior, Munoz, Burn on his defense, and he's benching Kusanov. He does plan to get Guardiola if he gets a league before the deadline. So if he gets a league, he'll do Kusanov to Guardiola and play him. I don't know who will he play him against, honestly. And then Saka to Mbeumo is his second transfer. Is his only transfer. In case he doesn't get a league. And if he gets the league, he'll bench Saka and play Murphy instead. So yeah, that is our video for today. Thank you for watching. If you've bared me for the 17 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever, um, please thank you and please drop us a like and a subscribe. We appreciate the support and yeah, good luck with Game Week 35.